prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
You are listening to Raw, Panties and Sports. This is DizzieMac. And usually I have my favorite lady next to me, the First Lady of Sports Talk, Cheryl Smith, but she's not in today. But our panel will include Joe, Midas of ProsperityInsights.com, our producer extraordinaire, Ronnie B., and we may have a guest coming in, old Spitface. I think I may have seen him lurking around the Shimmy Shake Girls, but hey, right now, let's kick it over to What You Saying. And is that Spitface? Is that you? Come on over here.
Yeah, man. I just said they let me come in the studio today. And you know what? I got the text early this morning. First lady on that different time. So I got the text this morning at 5 a.m. that she needed me to come by with a rubber raft. And unfortunately, the distance prevented me from having that happening and stuff. But DizzieMac, you've been screwing up on the script, brother. You've been screwing up on the script because it's Joe Midas of your ProsperityInsights.com. Don't be dropping the first name of his website. He ain't gonna get no business. He already half broke and looking ugly.
I'm sorry, Joe.
We got to do whatever we can to step him on up. But you know what? Since the last time I was on the show, we got some feedback. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care because I'm going to tell you, I'm bluntly speaking with old stuff, and we just tell it to you bluntly. I am still upset about the llama story. That's right. I ain't letting it go. I'm still upset because I was looking at a video this morning. The black llama is in custody. But when they catch the white llama, they've been safely returned. Come on.
Oh.
So I just wanted to come on this show so I could get it complete. I'm letting it go. But I got my eye on y'all.
Okay.
Just want them to know I got my eye on them. Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little buddy, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. That little birdies known as SMU, wish they could fly far away from the upset loss handed to them by a scrappy UCLA team. Was there a bad call? Was it goaltending? Should they have instant replay during the NCAA tournament? Did you see the season finale of Empire? Georgetown, Villanova, Duke, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I like upset. I'm an upset-liking brother. I like that. And main reason I like upset, because I was a Cubs fan. So anytime they won, it was an upset.
Yeah. Preach.
Love you, Ernie Banks.
Billy Williams.
But we talking about that. Man, I'm going to put it up. I did not. But, the UCLA, they put a spanking on that ass. They just came out with it.
Upset.
And did it. And had them on the ropes, took them to the end, and whoop, they lost.
Done it.
And it could stand for a little instant replay in the NCAA. But, you know what? I'm going to turn it over to the real sports folks. DizzieMac, what you say?
Hey, man, upset. But a call is a call. You can't get them all right. Was it goaltending? It did not look like it to DizzieMac. But, I'm naked, laying here on the Bearskin rug, surrounded by Shimmy Shake Girls. So my vision may have been a little bit clouded. But they had to go with it because UCLA had got the rebound anyway. And I think my man would have been in a position to at least get fouled if he not had to hit the shot after he had got the rebound. So I think an upset was going to be an upset regardless. Should they bring instant replay to the tournament? Yes. I think they should. You want to get it right, especially when it's going to be one and done. And I did watch Empire. Good game.
Well, I hear the brother's comments there. I'm a vote for, that's 2 votes for the instant replay. But we haven't heard from Joe, Midas Mind Miller. And that's yourprosperityinsights.com that DizzieMac kept messing up. Over to you. What you say?
Spit race. SMU really has a lot to cry about right here. Now, I'm not just saying that because I'm here in Dallas with them. I'm saying SMU has a lot to cry about because Larry Brown is the coach. Larry Brown changes jobs every few years. You got to get it when you can get it with Larry Brown. You understand?
Yeah.
You can't just mess around and mess over an opportunity because you might look up and find out he in Oklahoma someplace. So it's been devastating to the city here, college basketball fans. Do we need replay? No, we don't need replay. That was an 11 seed. An 11 seed coming here whooping a 6 seed. It shouldn't have been a 1-point game. And that's why Larry Brown might be gone in a year or two. And no, they won't fire him. He'll leave by himself. But he'll go on to rebuild something else. DizzieMac, take it.
Yes, sir. Hey. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. The bass go boom. Explosion. Overpower. Over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop and I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest of the audience just sliced and diced. Competition paying a price. I'm gonna knock you out. Huh? Mama said knock you out. Huh? We're not talking about Rocky, Apollo Creed, or Booty Lee Farnsworth. We're talking about the 50-point smackdown and heart. Handed it out to the Denver Nuggets. The bearded one is playing like an MVP. Is he? Since D Howard went down, Harden has put the entire team on his back. What does that say to D Howard or D Light when he returns? Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, and breakdancers everywhere are asking, what you saying? Well, Dwight Howard basically has been of no help to this team. The bearded one has put the team on his back. He has done everything he could do to keep it as a top 4 seed in the West. He's trying. They just suffered a devastating loss last night with Terrence Jones was diagnosed with a collapsed lung. I don't know. I think James Harden is definitely in the top 2 or 3 players for MVP. Whether he'll win it or not, it's yet to be seen, but he is making a formidable case. Formidable case. And if he doesn't make a formidable case, his beard will make a case for him. That thing is growing out of control. But he has earned the respect of the league as somebody who can carry a team, who does not need that big man clogging up the lane, missing free throws at the end of the game, and just being too sensitive. I can't play with Kobe. I got to get out of L.A. I got to go to Houston. Yeah, right. Okay. I don't know. Spit face. Spit on it.
Tito, please pass me the tissue.
Well, I've been here at H-Town, and seeing the action live and up close. You know, one thing I got to say about I've been checking out Harden's beard, and I think he got a stash up in that bad boy. I think the brother that figured out. Now, I got to remember, I do hang out with old school on bluntly speaking. So, you know, we be trying to find out where the stash be all the time. I think the brother got a stash up in that beard so that he can get through airport security.
And it over. And it over.
But I will say one thing. Houston Rockets. Trade.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not talking about the bearded one. Trade. You don't need them. Drop that salary.
Drop it like it's hot. Okay. That's my boy Spitface over there with the Shimmy Shea girls. Hey, now here's my man. He over there counting the money that D-Light has made. Joe, Midas mine. What you saying about this?
DizzieMac, I think you and Spitface hit it right on the head. James Harden, the bearded one, Osama bin Harden. He has been doing it all year.
Yes.
And the plane he flying, he done flew right into D-Light Howard. He is not needed, is he? And he keeps flying into Houston with a cape on his back.
Preach.
To only go unneeded. With Dwight Howard.
Ooh.
James Harden's been carrying his team. Without Dwight Howard, James Harden's been carrying his team. That performance he put on against Denver the other night shows that, you know what, if you just feed me, I don't know how much defense you're going to get, but you're going to get points galore. And how much defense can you get out of a big man who's constantly on the bench with a hangnail?
Out!
Cut that salary. Get that guy out of there. There is some stupid team who will take him right now and his damn cape with all the holes that Houstonians going to shoot in it. And let James Osama bin Harden go and fly another plane into D. White's tower. Ow! Get down.
That's my boy. Counting that money over there with the Shimmy Shea girls around him. Joe Midas mine. I tell you. I don't know. Spitface, take us to a break.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from Monty on the first part of Shout Out.
Free Mr. Vine.
Another day, another restless night, crying myself to sleep. Another day of relentless phone calls from credit card companies demanding payment. Another day wondering if filing bankruptcy or getting one of those debt consolidation loans is the only way to go. A friend said, "Stop crying. Just call Sharon, the debt destroyer." Sharon and her team of experts work hard to help you eliminate your credit card debt and get you and your credit back on track. No bankruptcy, no loans. Your credit card debt eliminated. I called Sharon, and her team of experts went right to work with a plan that made sense. I am sleeping peacefully, knowing my credit card debt is being destroyed, and my credit is getting back on track. Have your credit card debt destroyed and get a good night's sleep? Contact Sharon, the Debt Destroyer, at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call 888-431-2829, extension 2.
Girl, I love how you run me. Oh, I'm sorry. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. I can't wait to hear the music from Manny. Ooh, girl, I love that.
Hey, on Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we will give a track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute button. Now this morning we have Manny out of Baltimore, Maryland, with his album Insurrection. From the website, Manny is an up-and-coming hip-hop artist. He has a very strong connection to music. A few major influences on his music are Lupe Fiasco, Drake, Big Sean, Talib Kweli, Kendrick Lamar, and Earl Sweatshirt. Let's hear M times M Celestial. DJ, that mic is hot.
Yeah. My boys, medium mash, impact. Keep your boys, keep it crass. That's not you. And why you rumble those bones? My sis bit to me one day. Gotta push them away. Air them out. Stay getting bad energy from those who are what you ain't about. You're celestial. Didn't you know, bro? So of a million men, sick with the pen, future bright as stars. Didn't you know I'm celestial? Mean to be decomboing, transfix, loading the barrel of understanding. Shout out of the gun of my passions. I stuck to rapping, put down the packet. Chose higher elevation of knowledge, truth, and morality. A type of conviction those boys will never live to see. Is that hard to believe? Became a bitch to be. I'm glad Javier in high school said, Mike, you weak. Sarah and marijuana will never make you peak. You're celestial. Didn't you know, bro? Looking back, he had a point. Justice was not in the joint. Gandering through the cosmos, sun on my skin, blasting off the doubt and sin. I was celestial, minding in the nebulous, ambitious across the belt. When I was broken and hungry, Dad wouldn't help me. Had to find a way on the Milky Way to fate. Discard the hate, but God granted me the extraordinary essence of the great. Rose past stars to where they can view me from the telescope. You risk out to stop my rain. Clearly you blew around my spirit, Brody. Not much to fear, Brody. As a rocket, my soul takes off. Hip hop is fuel, so above I brought you here, celestial. Started from my lab in my mother's basement, feeling adjacent to stars. Only with better bars, now I'm constellations. Fracture in the game, making reparations. Aspirations never worked for me, so I work for it like emancipation. Feeling trapped like Houdini during his last act. As my fears fall up to the ground, I realize the sky's my baseline and I can go farther than bass rhymes. Light is ahead of my peers. Guess my watch still working on space time. Had a dream I was living in cheers. Till I woke up to this real life where I'm living hungover, stuck in my zone without a recollection of how I'ma get home. My nigga, I'm celestial. Didn't you know, bro? Bringing that Andromeda drama straight to your mama, kinda like a summer when I'm bombing it. I got a feeling ain't no topping this. You get tops, I reject, but you never respect this. But in retrospect, you recollect, cause I wreck records when the pressure's on. Even gravity can't phase the dawn. But if you want, I could don you a new breed. Born to see and gifted with the golden flow, will remain celestial. So celestial. So celestial. So celestial. Celestial.
That was M Celestial is the track getting a shout out or the mute button. DizzieMac, how say ye?
Man, we're gonna shout that out. That was good. I liked how that was headed. It was heading in a good direction. So we're gonna shout my man out, man.
So DizzieMac gives the track a shout on out. Joe Midas Mind Miller. Shout out.
Woo! Woo! Spit face. That Hebrew is hot. He know what he's talking about. He got a little something behind him. He know what he's saying, where he's going, and it's celestial. He's just trying to move it on to a high plane. He recognizes who he is. Now let's get out and be who we are created to be.
All right, so that's two shots. Now, I was checking the brother out, and, I don't know if the brother had some of that funky stuff, but it seemed like he did. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shout out. And is that the sound? Now, we will hear nothing from Manny on part 2 of Shout Out, but is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It and Dip It? All right, it is time for Flip It, while our host defend the point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Phillip Rivers is a very good QB, but the Chargers have not been a very good team. Something is a-stirring in San Diego. The word on the street is the Chargers want to trade Rivers to Tennessee, to the Titans, so they can draft Mariota. Now, we asked the panel to defend. If they pull this deal off, both teams win big. Joe Midas Mind Miller, defend.
I tell you what, if Phillip Rivers leaves San Diego and heads to Tennessee, Tennessee comes up big, big time. They'll have a fiery, big quarterback that can sling it around the field. He'll bring a lot of fire in that locker room and in that huddle. His players that play around him fight for him. That's why at the end of every season, when you think San Diego is out, all of a sudden they're making a run. How they counts them out over and over again. And I think San Diego, the team, actually wins a lot more because San Diego plans to move to L.A. next year. And Phillip Rivers has already gone public with the fact that he and his wife live in San Diego. He has 7 kids, and he ain't going to make the move. So, let him bow down, ship him to the middle of the country, go ahead and get Mariota, move it up, and he'll take his nice family right into the Bible Belt so they can be super family. It's a win all the way around.
All right, well, we heard the defense from the Midas mind, but what about from the naked one, DizzieMac, defend?
Phillip Rivers has been the face of the San Diego Chargers. Since LT left, he has been the only reason the Chargers have stayed relevant. Yeah, the trade would work because, again, you're going to get something in return, which is Mariota, Heisman Trophy winner, somebody you can build around, somebody you can replace Rivers as the face of the organization. Good choice there. Happened. And like Joe said, Phillip Rivers has a small elementary school. I mean, he's got 7 children. That's a lot of kids. And being that he is from North Carolina, that moves his family closer. He's closer to his roots, and it would work. That's all they have to do. Pull the trigger on the trade and make both teams happy in the process.
All right, you heard the defense from the naked one in Midas' mind, but you know we flipped the script and we asked the panel to defend the opposing view. If this deal happens, it's bad news for both QBs and both teams will lose big. DizzieMac, defend.
Man, how are you going to give up a quarterback of Phillip Rivers' stature? You can't let your that's your biggest headline player that you got. You don't want to let him go because, again, if you let him go, watch the air get sucked out of the room. It's not going to be good. Mariota is not a proven commodity by no means. He could be Chris Wanke. He could be Gino Toretta. A Heisman Trophy winner, that's a bust. You don't want that. You want to at least bring him in to learn under somebody. But now, both teams will lose big if this happens. Uncertainty is just not the way you want to go. And if you let Phillips River go, San Diego, that's an uncertain future that you're going to have. Tennessee, uncertain, because you got a lot of holes to fill. And you got to make sure that you do it wisely. And I don't think trading will be wise. And hey, anytime you got 7 kids, that's a lot of kids to be trying to entertain.
All right, we heard the defense from DizzieMac. Midas' mind, defend.
Spitface, I'm totally on board with DizzieMac. Let me tell you something. Even if San Diego gets the venue in L.A., and they can move next year or after next year, the year thereafter, why in the world would you move into the second largest market in the U.S., a market that's done without football for a decade? Why in the world would you move there with a rookie running quarterback?
Preach.
Didn't the Washington Redskins teach you anything?
Preach.
Has anybody heard from RG3 recently?
No.
A track star without an offensive line is not the way to make a splash in L.A. They sitting over there watching the Lakers are dead. You understand? They just had to sell off the basketball team that they really didn't want to love because they had a racist owner. And now you're going to bring a professional sports team in, give them a rookie running quarterback who has no real viability at this level. Really? You better pay Phillip Rivers some money and convince him to move that baseball team to L.A. and find a nice private school so that he can keep them super Christians. And on the other hand, Tennessee, what do you want this worn-out quarterback for? Are you trying to get all the way up to climax and then have her say no over and over again like what's been going on in San Diego? No! That's a case of blue balls coming, son. Leave it alone. This is a bad deal for everybody.
Well, y'all have heard the defense. But right now they waving the flags. We got to take it to break. Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2.
Not the blue ball.
Oh.
beautiful, just beautiful.
Oh, how adorable is that?
Edible Arrangements has a fresh fruit bouquet to make any occasion special. Our bouquets are made with fresh premium fruit, arranged in a variety of stunning displays. Make every occasion special with Edible Arrangements. Guys, the baby's over here.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay, yes.
And don't even think about touching my edible arrangement.
For pickup or delivery nationwide, call 877-DO-FRUIT, 877-DO-FRUIT, or go to ediblearrangement.com. That's ediblearrangement.com. Yeah.
Oh, my. What a nice looking baby you got there.
Make all your special moments. Moments with Edible Arrangements.
Welcome back. You are listening to Brawls, Panties and Sports. It's time for the funnies with yours truly, DizzieMac. Face, Joe Midas, Mine Miller. We have our 10th Need to Grow story of 2015.
Y'all got y'all got 10 Need to Grow stories?
10. It's the 10th.
Has anyone contacted the CDC? Sound like we got an epidemic going on.
Hey, believe me, when you hear this with Spitface, you're going to say, we got an epidemic going on. Check it out. Indiana man whose driver's license has been suspended 68 times in 14 years was sentenced to serve time in county jail. County jail. Joe Midas, Mine Miller. Dustin Wheeler, 33, was sentenced by Putnam County judge to serve 20 days in the county jail after he pleaded to driving with a suspended license. But prosecutor Tim Bookwalter said Wheeler will only serve 10 days behind bars due to a state law. Hey, a state law. 10 days. Wow. Indiana. Who's? I was a state trooper for 27 years, Judge Denny Bridges said, and I've never seen someone with 68 suspensions. Wheeler qualifies for habitual offender status, but has avoided jail time until now. He's had driving up the center. He's had not wearing the seatbelt. You name it. He gets it. He doesn't pay his fines. He gets a further suspension. He gets pulled over and gets a ticket for driving on a suspension. The need to grow. Wheeler said he's a good driver despite the 68 suspensions. I actually drove 3 years, no incident. But they're not going to pop you when you least expect it. It's going to happen. Wow. Wheeler, who will also have to pay more than $1,000 in fines to restore his license, said he plans to turn himself in to serve his sentence of 10 days next week.
Serve it out. That's what you got to do. Serve it out.
Hey, obviously he got more time than money. He's going to do them things.
What get me is that he plans to turn himself in. Because obviously that cat ain't in Cook County. Because in Cook County, they ain't going to let you plan to turn yourself in. In Cook County, you in. And then you can plan for when you get released.
When they kick you out.
You in with a couple knocks on your head.
Hey, pop. Hey, don't be a neutron up in there either.
Gotta get dough. BOP, keeping it real.
Pep Squad, baby. Pep Squad. Now, I can understand how you and Ronnie B don't ever get splashed, but hey, it's splashing on me, so I know it must be time for our favorite underwater friend, It's time for flipping. Give me a towel, Joe.
Time for flipping where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Greg Hardy has landed in Dallas. Say what? Until this deal, it seemed like the Cowboys had started to act more conservatively with their acquisitions, which has resulted in one of the meanest O-lines in the NFL. The mayor of Dallas called Jerry to let him know Ann Hardy was like a kick in the gut to the city. Anna defends. Greg Hardy's upside far outweighs his downside. Jerry Jones simply swooped in and got him on the cheap. And we know somebody who know about swooping. Midas man, defend.
Well, Greg Hardy, you know, in his last full season, he produced 15 sacks. Actually, he produced more than 15 sacks. He produced 15 sacks, one assault and battery, and one paid pick-off, and I'm out of this deal. So, first of all, we know that we have an intelligent young man. He knows when he's in trouble. He knows when to pay his way out. Second of all, we know we have an intimidating young man. That's what you need on the football field. Knowing he's going to hit a double team every time a snap is taken, and that he's going to put that double team and beast out there. And Dallas needed something on the defensive bad. Third of all, you got to let the big country pimp do his thing, Mayor. You're trying to get a championship around here. Nobody in Dallas is happy about the last mayoral election. Nobody in Dallas is listening to what he's saying. As a matter of fact, he better watch his mouth, because if Dallas even gets to a Super Bowl, they don't have to win it, and Jerry decides to be mayor the week after that, we'll have a recall vote and get rid of him. Jerry did his thing. Let's go.
All right, we heard that this ad was approved by the Jerry Jones for Mayor Committee.
Yeah.
All right, DizzieMac, defend.
Man, you got Greg Hardy, a beast, who has shown that he can do what he needs to do on the football field. Yeah. Even assault people if he needs to. Watch out, Cowboy cheerleaders. Watch out, Cowboy cheerleaders. Don't get close to this brother. See what happened to the last one. But Jerry Jones has got him on the cheap. Good business move. Yeah, so what? He sits out, 6, 10 games. Greg Hardy will be happy to have that money when he comes back. He'll be happier. He'll be happier than a sissy in jail to get that money. Yeah. He ain't going to just take a zero. So Jerry Jones probably loaded him up with incentives, and that's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
You know, you don't become a wealthy man by sitting back looking at what everybody else may say. So what? The mayor of Dallas is doubled over after you done kicked him in the gut. He's doubled over. He ain't going to see what's happening. You inside that man and, hey, got him on the low. Yeah. We know Greg Hardy is smart. Smart enough to take a good deal when he sees one, and smart enough to just say, hey, let me just go down here to Big B, keep a low profile, and get this money. Whenever I can get it. I'll sit out. I can go hang out in the city on the East End and watch my next victim, my next girlfriend walk past me.
All right. You heard the defense from the Midas man and the naked one with the shimmy shake girls, but you know we flipped the script around here. Panel defend. Once an abuser, always an abuser. Unfortunately, we are not talking about running backs, but women. Bad move for the boys. And they will rue the day they picked him up. Yes, you can get a $2 hoe, but do you really want to have sex with her? DizzieMac, the fan.
Ooh, I tell you, hey, I got a good friend, McElroy, who will argue that, hey, $2 and I can have sex with her? Oh, I'm getting it. But since he's not on the panel, I'll let him drink in peace. Drink in peace, McElroy, shout out. But no, once an abuser, you got to know, old habits creep back in. Chickens come back to roost. Didn't I say, give me my belt? Oh, you don't want to give it to me? I'm going to use it on you. I'm going to do whatever. You're going to do what I say do. I'm Greg Hardy. I makes the money. The money don't make me. Yeah. Remember how in the mid-90s, Cowboys were always on the front page for doing something. Yeah. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, you done signed another one. Has he learned his lesson? I haven't heard Greg Hardy come out and say nothing about I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I was framed. He hadn't even said that. Yeah. Wow, don't turn him loose. Don't turn him loose in Big D, because he may warn sap a couple of women. What you mean? I'm getting paid. Take this debit card before I go upside your head.
All right, you heard the defense from DizzieMac. Midas man, defend $2 hoe.
DizzieMac, a $2 hoe can be trouble, even for a real pimp. Because,
yes,
first of all she's bringing is $2 at a time, and you got all the disease that comes with that $2 hoe. The problem with Greg Hardy is if he thought he was a big, bad, pimp-slapping pimp in Carolina, Dallas really going to have something for him.
Yeah.
Because especially if he move into that east side, because that Pleasant Grove ain't always pleasant.
No.
And some of them boys, they know they can't handle him, but they'll come 30 at a time deep. Jerry have problems on his hands. But Jerry is kind of smart about this, so I kind of watch. I know that one of the problems Jerry has is he's got this affinity, this love for a thug. I don't understand it. But I can remember the 90s. I remember Michael Irvin, the nice, well-groomed, well-spoken, very middle-of-the-road Michael Irvin that you see doing pre-game shows today. I remember him walking in a big pair of gaiters and a big fur coat into a courtroom some years ago with David Smith and Troy Aikman sitting in there waiting, and Jerry walking right beside the attorney that he had got for Michael to help Mike kind of free up on some charges. So this ain't brand new for Jerry. But I know that's something that Jerry doesn't want to relive, and that's something the mayor of Dallas is saying. We don't want that kind of image being broadcast out to the country again. Unfortunately, we got Greg Hardy, and we need him on the football field, but, man, we sure don't need him off the football field. 2, we got Darren McFadden. He ain't been shot but a couple of times, but if we can keep him out of Little Rock, he might be safe. 3, we just a couple years from getting rid of Pac-Man Jones. And Jerry had hired a personal babysitter to go from club to club with him because somebody wanted to whip him everywhere he went.
Make it right.
Kept finding them kind of situations. All I can tell you is Jerry loves a thug, and I hope this $2 hoe don't leave us with a disease and no money.
Ooh. Well, you heard the defense from the Midas mine and the naked one. I just want to put this little warning out there for Greg Hardy. The Dallas women ain't like them Carolina women. Them Dallas women can't wait to get hit. Because that's called payday. They'll take a whooping to get your salary.
I love it.
They run commercials up in Dallas. Have you had your ass whooped by your husband lately? Call us, and you can have his salary for life. The Hammer. We get the money when you done got your ass whooped. All right, on the other side of the break, we have another performance from Manny on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
I love you.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
You are listening to Brawls, Panties and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2. The picks and nobody. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from Spitface, Joe Midas, Maya Miller, and DizzieMac, the panel and the crew. Spitface, over to you.
Well, we have another performance from Manny, and this time we're going to check out his track. It's called Mainstream. DJ, roll it.
She's saying I'm too mainstream. 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 Ain't it comical how every profession you interact has somebody that can ruin it all in discretion? I thought I learned my lesson when they left in forms of X's, but this next girl might just be my next. I'm thinking she could maybe make me forget all my stress. Her hourglass figures got me ticking down every second. And as her eyes dagger to my soul, now I know I've gotta have her. When I can see every tear, every hurt, every time she saw the best and all the worst, I gotta let her know I put her first. The gray skies always fade away when she became the light of my day. But now I'm not stressing, not forcing more reflections. Don't aim to let misdirection deter me from my blessing. So if you're with me, then I can give you everything you've ever dreamed. I told her all this and I started to miss when she's saying I'm too mainstream. 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 And I like the faulty air and as they fall through, I try until there's nothing left. The only question that remains is how much can you take until you up and leave like all of the rest? I try to make a statement in blatant hopes that you can stay, but I won't be tripping when you choose to walk away. Sometimes I like to think I'm better off alone, but as I live on, my actions never match what I say. I play around but get serious when it's time to beat the beat up. With dreams of living life, kicking my feet up. And lots of tree given from my personal gardener, but all of that's irrelevant without a partner. But she's saying I'm too mainstream. She's saying I'm too mainstream. Keep your comments to yourself, ho. That's why you're always on the sidelines. I can't waste none of my time. And Why do you keep stressing over these niggas that he's flexing? You know that nothing's ever as it seems. Trying to be the one to give you all your dreams. You're saying I'm too mainstream. 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 And I can give you all your dreams. But you're saying I'm too mainstream. You're saying I'm too mainstream.
All right, that was mainstream. Now we'll check out, we will see what the panel has to say as they getting that shout out of the mute button. DizzieMac. Well, I guess we'll start with Midas Man. Looks like I think DizzieMac might have floated away. What you got to say about mainstream from man?
I like mainstream. I'm gonna shout it out. I think he put it right where it was. If you know what, if we could have a little bit more quiet, then some of them sidelines might not be sidelines. They'd be qualified to be mainstream. But if they can't, they're sidelines. Shout it out.
Okay, the mainstream. And let's see if we got the technical difficulties with DizzieMac resolved. DizzieMac, what do you and the semi-shake girl say over there about mainstream?
Man, I tell you, man, sorry about that. You know, I had to go do something in the back, so they took my mic off. But we back mainstream. Yeah, we like mainstream. Semi-shake girls are kind of grooving to that. They like the little melody to it, and they know. You know, mainstream was popping. We giving it a shout out. All right, so that's 2 shout outs. I was checking out mainstream. I don't know about it. I'm going to give it a yo. Yeah. I'm giving it a yo. Yeah, I think it might have been heading in the direction, but I'm feeling a yo. Now, that's the end of shout-out. If you like what you heard from Manny, hit him up at SoundCloud.com/Manny, M-A-N-I-I, SCHISM. Now, if you would like to be heard or have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to Panties at oldgrumpyradio.com. Now, it's time for the picks. The First Lady did not have a chance to sit in on picks, and the production crew sent the stats to her. So we will get our update next week. But right now, we in our NBA college hoops picks, looking to see which one of our panelists will be the champion of the hoops. And so far, we don't know who in the lead, who back, but they in the race. James Harden, the bearded one, will be held under 20 points at least one game this week. 20 points is correct, minus 10 incorrect. Minus 9. They gonna get him this week?
Spitface, are we allowing the opposing team to play with 7 players on the court at one time?
Ooh.
If not, ain't nobody holding that man under 20 if he wants 30, if he wants 40. James Harden is the real deal. He will not be held under 20 points.
DizzieMac.
James Harden will score for him and Delight House. There's no way he's going to be held under 20 points when he's scoring for 2 men.
All right, okay.
He's going off.
I think I'm going to roll with the team for First Lady, and so we're going to go with the rest of the team for First Lady. James Harden, the bearded one. He got that stash. 20 over 20 every game. Now, this next one is 7 of the top 16 seeded NCAA teams will be eliminated this week. So when we resume next weekend, 7 of the top 16 seeded NCAA teams will be eliminated. DizzieMac, which way you rolling?
I'm rolling with it. 7 of the top 16 seeded NCAA teams will be sent packing back home.
Hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more.
Midas mine.
Spitface, this is a trick question. This turned out to be a math question. Since by next week we're going to be at the Sweet 16, 7 of them have to be eliminated. So, yes, that's going to happen. That's a guarantee.
All right, we said the top seeded seeds. All right, so you'd say it's a guarantee that half of them will be eliminated by the mayor. But all of them could make the Sweet 16. Doubt it, but hey, the First Lady is going to go with the panel. Dwayne Wade will score more points this week than LeBron James. Midas man, I say.
LeBron James has been on a tear ever since his young associate embarrassed him with that 57-point outlay. That LeBron was happy about. But once Kyrie did that, the youngster made LeBron step up. And in fact, last night, I think LeBron just kind of went off in the fourth quarter for about 14 of his 30. Dwayne is not going to outscore LeBron this week. LeBron is still establishing himself again as the Cavaliers are my team again.
All right. DizzieMac.
Dwayne Wade will be injured.
Dang.
Hey, I know he's been playing at a high level. Okay, injury may be rough, but they're going to rest him. So LeBron will score more points. He won't be able to score as many points as LeBron because they're going to want to rest him. They're going to want to keep him healthy. So he's not going to get the run. And LeBron James is playing with Kevin Love. Where has Kevin Love been? You were begging to come to Cleveland. You were begging to bring your double machine to Cleveland. But all you've been doing is playing third fiddle behind LeBron and his sidekick, Kyrie Irving.
Preach.
I don't know. Kevin Love ain't getting the love. But Dwayne Wade will get love from Eric Spoelstra and get some rest. Chill out, Dwayne Gabrielle's husband.
All right. Okay. All right. So, First Lady is going to go with the panel on this one that LeBron will score more points than D. Wade. Now, the New York Knicks will win 2 games this week. DizzieMac, is it in the cards for them?
It's in the cards for them. They've been doing better. I don't know what Derek Fisher fired his old lady. He divorced his old lady. So it's a coming out party. The team is responding to him letting 130 pounds go and feeling liberated. They will win 2 games this week. What up, First Lady?
Okay. All right. Well, Midas mine. Will the Knicks win 2 games this week?
I would like to go with DizzieMac, but I'm not going to be able to. I'm looking at that last game they played. They lost by 16 to Philly. Stop it. Stop it. And I'm looking at Toronto, Memphis, the Clippers, Boston on their schedule this week. Maybe Toronto and Boston? Nah. They won't win 2 games this week. Won't be able to do it.
The First Lady is going to roll with the Midas mind. Even though she liked the Knicks, they're not going to win 2 games this week.
What?
The San Antonio Spurs will be undefeated this week. DizzieMac.
Man, they got Tony Parker coming back to life, playing up to his old self. Tim Duncan, who's 117 years old, playing like a first-team game player. Hey, Popovich, one line as usual. Yeah, he's going to have them playing on top of their game. They will be undefeated this week. Kawhi Leonard, what?
Okay, undefeated. Midas man, how say ye?
You know, after embarrassing themselves against the Knicks, I would normally say they're going to be undefeated, but the very next game, they play themselves. San Antonio is playing Atlanta. That's scary for me. They following that with Dallas, who they can probably whoop Dallas. Oklahoma City, Dallas again, and then Memphis. I think they're going to lose one of those games this week. They will not be undefeated.
Okay, and the First Lady is going to roll with the Midas mind on that one, that the Spurs will lose at least a game this week. All right, that is our picks for this week. And before we go, it's time to find out what we missed this week. I missed the First Lady with her fine self. That's what I missed this week. DizzieMac, what did you miss?
Man, I missed Floyd Mayweather and his money team turning down the request from Manny Pacquiao for the $2 million penalty if one of them failed the drug test. Money and his team said, we've already signed the contract. We ain't making no amendments. Sounds like Manny trying to get a little extra money, but he can't. And he won't get them titles.
All right, Midas man. I know you didn't miss no money. What did you miss?
Well, I'm on the same story with DizzieMac. I actually bothered to read the backup from Floyd Mayweather's attorneys and the people who negotiated. Suddenly, Pacquiao wants to put a $2 to $5 million fine in if somebody were to pop a drug test for PEDs. Well, guess what? The Mayweather camp didn't put that fine in the first place, because if you put that fine in, you're limited to the $2 to $5 million. On the other hand, if we have a $400 million gate and box office, and somebody pops and the fight can't go off, then whoever popped the test can be sued for the amount of money that the other fighter was supposed to get. So Pacquiao pulled a sweet move in trying to make it look like he wanted to fine. What he was trying to do was limit liability. And the Mayweather case said no.
Now, you know the Midas man will be tracking down the money like that, and he sniffed it on out. He sniffed it on out. But but what I missed this week, the other thing I missed other than First Lady this week, was a certain ex-NFL player by the last name of Sharper working out 2 plea deals for 2 of his rapes. Wonder what that's going to look like. Now, this is DizzieMac filling in for Cheryl Smith. The panel, Joe Midas Mind Miller of YourProsperityInsights.com, DizzieMac naked live Bearskin Rug Semi-Say Girls, and you have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports.